Foxbody Mustang just went 649 at 222 miles per hour in the quarter mile. And before anybody says, yeah, it's an automatic, nah. Joel Grannas is still rolling gears. And what's even crazier, this was the first outing with the new car. But there's something under the hood that's probably going to have some Ford guys upset. Yeah, it's a 2JZ.
It's gonna be a lot of races you're gonna see out here today. Some people gonna win, some people gonna lose. But at the end of the day, you live to line up another day. Get in tune with your car. I got it, I'm gone. I got it.
All right, so what's happening, everybody? It's your boy Ken O'Shawn with the world famous the most incredible, the undeniable, and the world-renowned built versus bought. And in today's Foxbody news update, the Foxbody is literally still changing the game. And as much as people don't want it to, I'm sorry, the Foxbody is still changing the game. Stick shift record has just been set. Shout out to Grannas Racing. Shout out to Joel. Shout out to that whole team. Like, before we even get well into this, like let's just talk about what actually happened. So, Joel brought his Foxbody Mustang, I think it's called Peel, to Bradenton Motorsports Park for testing, and in the 60-foot, 1.083 seconds, the 8th mile, 4.248 at 175 miles per hour. Jesus. And in the quarter mile, 6.490 at 222 miles per hour. That reset the H pattern record previously held by Nicole Mann at 6.495 at 219.51 miles per hour. And I know it's just a tiny difference, but 6.495 versus 6.490. That little 0.5 is a lot, or 5 is a lot. So technically that's only 5/1000ths of a second. But Grannas only picked up roughly 2.5 miles per hour over the previous record. So I don't want us to get caught up in the fact that I know that 5/1000ths of a second may not be much to you, but that's pretty daggone big. Like, and for Foxbodies to still be in this category, and this is stick shift racing, y'all. This is stick shift racing. This is hands down some record-breaking stuff, and probably one of the greatest things that I've seen Foxbody-wise on a track in years. Now, let me just give you all a little bit of background about Grannas. They are heavily or very known for imports, and particularly his Orange Man Bad Supra. But earlier this year, he revealed the Foxbody project. He explained the weight and chassis limitations were major motivations. His Supra weighed approximately 2,950 pounds, and the Foxbody 2,450 pounds. Now that's a 500-pound reduction, but I know some of you Ford guys are gonna hate it, but he still retained the powerful 2JZ combination. And he had actually been building the Mustang for roughly 4 years and reportedly nearly sold it twice before competing. All right, so he almost sold the car before competing. And so now, let me now talk to those of you all who claim to be a part of the Foxbody community. Have I not been saying this? Okay, this is what I've been saying about the Foxbody platform. These cars continue to show up everywhere. Wrestle Mod, drag racing, and now I just made the video talking about Donkmaster entering in class. Now we got Joel, and these guys are about to break records. But why the Foxbody? Well, it goes back to points that I've made with you all before. A lightweight platform, huge aftermarket, proven suspension geometry, massive engine bay possibilities, parts availability, and decades of drag racing development. Look, Foxbodies have been on the track since they came out. This ain't even nothing new. But, with time, obviously technology and learning more, people found a way to actually make these things do 6 seconds in the quarter mile. Is crazy, And so Grannas specifically identified weight and suspension geometry as an advantage of moving away from the Supra platform. So he went from the Supra platform to a Foxbody platform and broke the record. simply amazing. And for you all, like I keep saying, for us that's in this Foxbody community, or for us that's Foxbody owners, we need to take this time and celebrate stuff like this. The only thing that this does is keep making the Foxbody more desirable. But let's move on. So I don't want to ignore it, but let's talk about the elephant in the room. That part of the reason that some of you all are mad. I want to dedicate this section to you all, because I'm not trying to turn this into a Ford versus Toyota rage bait. Let's just make this a legitimate discussion. Now, I already know half of you all are typing, it doesn't count. It's got a Toyota motor. It's the same thing with the LS argument, etc. But what makes this build interesting is that Grannas didn't suddenly become a Ford engine guy. He took an engine combination he already understood and put it into a chassis that he believed gave him a competitive advantage. And guess what? It worked. Now, I know for, like I said, some of you diehard Ford fans, you know, if I ask the question, does the engine matter? Is it still a Foxbody accomplishment? Or would you rather see a Coyote, Windsor, or Godzilla do this type of stuff? So I'm just going to leave it at that. And I want you all to drop that in the comments, because I want to see what you all feel about that. Now, look, please, let's not get into a space where we're attacking. I'm just trying to show you all what Fox bodies are doing, regardless of the motor. I'm just trying to show you all what is going on in this world with Fox bodies. So before I even get to the end, leave a comment below. Does the engine matter? Question 1. Is this still a Fox body accomplishment? Question 2. And would you rather use a Coyote, Windsor, or Godzilla? Of course, I know the answer to some of these, but I just want to hear what you all have to say. But I still want to give Joel his flowers while making this video. The other thing that makes this special is it was also a stick shift class. Okay, so Joel is using a T56, an Atlas T56, based on the Tremec Magnum XL architecture. It was built by NTH Moto. It uses billet 6XD center case, PSG billet gear set, billet selector, billet shift forks, and other specialized components. The clutch is a Easy Motorsports triple disc lockup clutch paired with a Brauel bell housing. And here's the fascinating details. Grannas Racing actually sells essentially the same transmission and clutch package. It's up there though, but they sell it and it goes for like around $33,000. So just something you know, like, but it's also, you all, like, this ain't a daily driver. We just talked about a 6-second car. Parts are gonna get expensive when you're doing that type of work. So so when we say T56, we're not talking about throwing a stock T56 out of an 03 Cobra and putting it behind 2,000 horsepower. No, this transmission costs more than some of you all's Fox body. Let's just call it a day. But regardless, he broke the record. Now let's talk about 6.49 at 222 miles per hour. Let me put that in perspective for us. 222 miles per hour in a quarter mile with a clutch pedal and a Fox body, and he has to physically execute every shift while keeping that car under control. Let's just go here. Some of you all can't handle 60 miles per hour on a Fox body, let alone 222 miles per hour. Like, you have to have some skill. You know, you have to have some skill, clutch management, shift timing, traction between gears, the consistency in your driving, keeping the chassis settled. Like, this is not just an easy cakewalk. Like, you got to have some experience running those type of numbers. And so to do that in a stick, I always say, like, look, I'm 3-pedal gang all day. 3-pedal pimping, as FFP customers call it. I'm 3-pedal gang all day. I know people are shifting over to 10R80s in these Fox bodies, but hey, the stick shift class just broke the record. So, man, you know, like, I honor that. I celebrate that here on this channel. My next point, because I don't want to ignore it, you know, even though he broke the record almost destroyed the car. And so they had a situation that after running the record, the parachutes didn't deploy properly. And he tried to save the Mustang during shutdown, but ultimately made contact with the wall. And he subsequently said the car was repairable. So, yes, was there an accident? Yes. But at the end of the day, like, imagine you building a Fox body and you've been building this car for years. You take the motor and trans-setter that you know will work inside of a Supra, transfer it over to a Fox body, and then boom, you set the record. And then boom, you crash, you know. I want to say this. At the end of the day, he said it's repairable. So you can't break. Look, everybody that I know that's serious about drag racing, I heard Tim Lynch say this. He was like, at some point, you're going to see that wall. At some point, something's going to happen. It's drag racing. It's a part of it. And as a person that lived that life, I can say I've seen my day with that type of scenario. But I don't live that life anymore. And so with that being said, you know, this is a celebration. Like, you know, shout out to Joel. Like, I just pray that, you know, he's able to get that car back together soon. But with setting that type of record, that's just simply amazing. So let's talk about what's next. 6.49 may not be the end. 222 miles per hour just may not be the end. That was the car's first outing. Okay, this isn't a combination that they've been campaigning for 3 years, trying to squeeze another 100th out of it. This is the beginning. So you take your first pass, break the record. After a couple of more tries, what do you think is going to happen? The Mustang is approximately 500 pounds lighter than the Supra, okay? And they've had their Supra for years that they were already developing. So the question now becomes, you know, how fast can they ultimately go? 640, 630, 620? And then what we gonna see? 230? 233, 235 miles per hour. Like, how fast can this thing actually go? Like, this was the first time, boom, you know. But I'm just asking a question. I'm not giving you all the numbers. I'm just asking a question. This is what we can talk about in the comments below. But I think what the point that I'm trying to make, or I really want to drive home, is that, yo, Fox bodies are breaking records, and more people are coming back home to Fox bodies, especially notchbacks. But I'll leave that there. I'll be quiet. I know, you know, the hatchback guys are going to crucify me, so I'm going to leave that alone. Come on, son. So, in conclusion, you all, this is big. Not only is it big for Joel and Grannas Racing, you know, this is big for the Foxbody community. What do we cover on this channel? Resto mods, street cars, swap cars, show cars, drag cars, and now world record H-pattern racing. Like, I'm really trying to bring the Foxbody to the world in a different light, you know, and everybody has their own way of doing it. But as a person that is shifting the thought process and not trying to stick to the same old that everybody is doing, I'm gonna tell you all now, you all may not like it, but I'm glad that they went with a setup that they knew would work. I know you all are upset about the 2JZ, you know, whether you love it or hate it, it is what it is. You can't deny what happened. One of the fastest stick shift racers in the world wanted to build something lighter and more competitive. And when it was time, he chose what? A Foxbody. And so with that being said, let me know what you all think in the comments. But then also, you know what I really want to hear? I really want to hear from you all, because one of the things I don't hear from you all is how we talk about the future of the Foxbody Mustang. What does all of this mean? I have been trying to drive this home all year, and I'm going to keep driving it home. The Foxbody Mustang is now, it's not even about to be, it is now the new 69 Camaro. And is becoming the most desirable car that racers, resto modders, this is the car that everybody is going after. Shout out to Grannas Racing. Shout out to Joel. Shout out to that whole team. Man, I wish you all much success. I wish you all greater success. You may not even see this video, but I just want to give you all your flowers while you are here. And regardless of how the situation ended, you all have set a record, and that will change lives forever. And so thank you all so much. So if you like this video, do me a favor. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. It's your boy Kendall Sean with Bill vs. Bought. I am out.